Matthew 13:24-30, KJV, 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. 25. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. 26. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. 27. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servants said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares ye root up also the wheat with them. 30. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. Historical reception of the parable. In Jesus' time, agriculture was a central part of life in Palestine, and people were familiar with farming practices. The imagery of wheat and tares, likely darnel, a weed resembling wheat in early growth, would have been easily understood. Enemy action. Farmers knew that sabotage by enemies, e.g. sowing weeds, was a real threat, making the parable relatable. Separation at harvest. Unlike modern farming, ancient harvesters manually separated wheat from weeds, emphasizing the need for patience until the final judgment. A Jewish expectation of Messiah. Many Jews expected the Messiah to immediately purge evil. Jesus' teaching that judgment would come later challenged this expectation, emphasizing God's patience. Spiritual message of the parable. This parable, often called the parable of the wheat and tares, teaches key truths about God's kingdom. 1. The reality of evil in the world. The good seed represents believers, sons of the kingdom, while the tares symbolize the wicked, sons of the evil one, verse 38. Satan actively works to corrupt God's work, but God permits both to coexist temporarily. 2. God's patience and wisdom. The landowner, God, does not allow immediate removal of the tares to protect the wheat. This illustrates God's forbearance, giving time for repentance, Superma 3:9. Final judgment is certain. The harvest represents the end of the age when angels will separate the righteous from the wicked. The wicked will face punishment, burned, while the righteous will be gathered into God's kingdom, barn. First, here, warning against premature judgment. Jesus discourages human attempts to root out evil by force, e.g., violent zealotry or harsh judgment. Disciples must trust God's timing and justice. Conclusion and final thought. This parable reassures believers that though evil exists now, God is sovereign and will ultimately bring justice. It calls for patience, trusting God's timing rather than taking judgment into our hands. Our discernment, recognizing that not all who appear righteous are truly of God. Hope the final harvest assures that evil will not prevail eternally. Final thought. In a world where good and evil seem mixed, Jesus teaches us to focus on faithfulness, leaving judgment to God. The separation will come, not by human hands, but by divine decree at the appointed time. Our role is to grow in righteousness, knowing that in the end God's justice will prevail.